Do you remember that time when you had all that anxiety in you while you were about to do something? Or maybe you were in the process of doing something. Your heart started beating fast. Your heart was beating so fast, you thought it was just gonna burst. You had all these butterflies in your stomach. Your palms were sweaty. You had hair raising from your body. You already know this. Anxiety is one of the most frustrating things to ever experience. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a powerful mindset hack that's gonna help you overcome that anxiety. I work for a marketing agency. I'm a sales development representative. And back in December, I had the joy of finally contacting some warm leads. So I get my phone out, I start to look at the contact list, and I'm starting to go over it. Now, before I can even dial the first person name, that anxiety, it was knocking at my door. Everything I just described earlier is what I went through. I mean, like my heart was beating so fast. It sounded like Dougie Fresh beatboxing. The hair from my body was raising. I started to sweat a little. Butterflies just killing me in my stomach. And it was all because I kind of felt that pressure of trying to set a meeting. You have a greater chance of setting the meeting with the person who knows about your services versus a person who don't know anything about these services. And this is when I started implementing the mindset hack that helped me overcome that anxiety in that moment. Have you ever realized that when you're fearful, you're nervous, you're anxious, or if you're excited, your body reacts in a similar way? Think about it. Your heart beats fast, butterflies in your stomach, hair raising from your body, uncontrollably sweating. Maybe your butt cheeks get tense, I don't know. But your body starts to react in a similar manner through all of these emotions. So what I came to realize is that a lot of times, especially for myself, we misdiagnose ourselves. We believe we're nervous, we are fearful, or we have some anxiety, when in reality, we're excited. We're excited because we don't know what the outcome is going to be. It is possible that the outcome can work in our favor. That has been the most beneficial mindset transition for myself. I stopped telling myself that I was fearful or I was nervous or I had a feeling of anxiety. And I started telling myself that I was excited because I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. It was possible that things can change for me. Here's the crazy thing about a lot of the fears that we have. Have you ever realized that some of the fears that we have, they won't hurt us, they won't put us in the hospital, they won't kill us, they won't end our lives? What is the reason for us to be fearful about something in life? Logically, there really isn't no reason to be fearful. Why am I fearful? Why am I having a feeling of anxiety when I'm contacting these warm leads? What's the worst that's gonna happen? They hang up on me? I don't think there's nothing much worse than that. It ain't like me contacting them and having a conversation with them is gonna hurt me, it's gonna put me in the hospital, or it's gonna put me in the grave. None of that is going to happen. Therefore, the worst thing that could happen, that is possible to happen, is that they hang up on me. And that's okay. That's a moment of life that I could learn from. So either way, I gain something whether I set the meeting or if I don't set the meeting. Like I said, anxiety is one of the most frustrating things that you can ever go through. Once I started having that inner conversation with myself that I was actually excited because I didn't know what the results was going to be like, I performed well. I actually ended up setting that meeting. I believe that you will be able to perform well with whatever you're doing if you start telling yourself that you're excited rather than telling yourself that you have anxiety and at this moment you're feeling anxious. Literally just yesterday, I was watching one of my favorite Gordon Ramsay shows, Next Level Chef. And all of these beginner chefs, they had to audition to be a part of either Gordon or two other powerful chef's team. Now, it was this one chick. She was, oh my goodness, I already knew she wasn't going to do well. She had all this anxiety built up within her because there was under a time constraint of them having to cook. And in the process of her cooking, she was shaking. I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody as anxious as her. She was cooking, and as she's cutting she was cutting something, she ended up cutting her hand, all because all of that anxiety built within her had a negative impact on the way that she performed. Now, I don't know what it's like to cook in front of Gordon Ramsay or some of these top chefs. Matter of fact, I don't like cooking at all. I hate it. And when I was watching her just have all this anxiety built within her and it affected the way that she started cooking, I felt bad because I know that a lot of people are experiencing something similar of having all that anxiety built within them, and it affects them in a negative way. That's why I believe that this mindset hack will be beneficial for you. Start telling yourself that you're excited. The more that you tell yourself that you're excited, you're not anxious, and you don't have all these feelings of anxiety, the better you can perform in whatever you do.